This is so important for all believers to understand, or even if you're just curious about what it means to follow the Messiah. The world has hijacked the term or the understanding of shame and guilt. We run from it. We think that it's something that is a bad thing, and we think it's something that is always going to tear us down, and that will lead us to a worse state of mind or state of being, or our place in this world. But in reality, there's two options of what shame and guilt can do. There's a shame and guilt that leads to redemption, and a shame and guilt that leads to destruction. What do I mean by that? It's very similar to how Judas, everybody knows the story of Judas, that, he's the one that, forsook and backstabbed the Messiah, and for 30 pieces of silver or whatever it was, he gave up the Messiah to be crucified. And what happened? That shame led him to suicide. He threw those coins on the ground. He didn't even want it anymore, because he knew how much shame and guilt, how that was crippling him of what he did, what his sin accomplished. And the second option is Peter. He too was full of shame and guilt, but he did not commit suicide. Instead, he allowed the healing and redemption of Messiah to, even though what happened, he fell down on his knees and wept. He was sorrowful for what he did, knowing that he was not worthy of redemption, knowing that his heart was a true contrite heart. He knew that not only did he deny him those 3 times, but he also went to the extent of basically saying that he meant nothing to him, and that was his Messiah. And so in a moment of weakness and terror and fear of him losing his own life, he did something very wrong and very bad. But it did not lead him to destruction. It led him to redemption and to change and to grow and to learn from that mistake. So my encouragement to you, brothers and sisters, is not let the world tell you that shame and guilt is bad. It's a good thing to feel convicted and to feel wrong about something, especially if it's willful disobedience that we're living in. Instead, let it propel you to sanctification.